Hey, good morning, good evening, whichever way y'all seeing this. This is the morning for me. I got up this morning, did everything. And I said, okay, let me go ahead and put something on my channel. You know what I'm saying? As always, like and subscribe. You see that button, that thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Recognize me, hashtag recognize me. You know, I'm always gonna give y'all the real. I'm always gonna give y'all the truth. My last video was about my prison life as I started. Throughout that, this is gonna be the second part in succession to about that. And it's about basically me, which I really didn't want to just break it down and get into me because it's like this is not really what it's about. I rather talk about other people and issues that they have and then give my point of view on that. But at the same token, I think I really need to give y'all a little understanding of me, understanding of how I feel and what I went through to be able to come to the terms in which I can utilize the platform to help others or to help them see more or less how things are. There's a void out there, man. It really is. There's a void out there. The people coming out of prison and people, going through different things. They use the platforms for what they use it for. And in reality, indeed, you do what you got to do. I commend all of them. I respect all of them. So don't never think that I don't respect anybody for what they do or how they come across or how they utilize whatever the platform or whatever it is that they got to say. I want to put that to rest off the top. But I also know who I am, and I also know the raw and the intensity of who I am. You know what I'm saying? I went through some things. You know what I'm saying? I've been deceived different ways. Of, you know what I'm saying? I've been, through all the little things that people go through in growth in life. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of stuff that I went through, you know what I'm saying? It's like those are normal, average, everything day things. And like I said, man, if any of y'all follow any of my little reels that I put out there on Facebook or any of the little things I put on Instagram, you'll see I speak that truth because it's like, man, I can't be nothing but me. I can't be nothing but my authentic self. That's it. People, put a lot of stress into themselves about being a certain way or being seen a certain way. But in the end of it all, man, you are who you are. And that's just the way it is. It's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? You be who you is. And then a lot of stuff that people are, it doesn't really matter. It's like people make a big deal about all that. And like I said, with that being said, you know, the main things, what I'm saying, during that type of time, that 28 years, the things that I saw or whatever things that I went through in there, it's like a lot of times you put yourself through it. And a lot of stuff I went through as a choice, you know. Like I say, I'm not glorifying it, but at the same time, it was a choice. And a lot of people, when they get on these little platforms, they want to talk about what other people did and take away from, okay, I didn't really, my little stuff I did, but everybody did something, man, in there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody did some foul shit, or everybody did some shit that they shouldn't have might have done, or they had to make a move away to make sure they got out. You had a whole bunch of motherfuckers in there, man. They so scared to get in trouble, or so scared that they ain't gonna go home. Ain't no telling what they did, but they ain't gonna tell that story. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving it to you like that. I'm giving it to the real. It was never a time in there for me that I was scared to do anything I needed to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? Because those, how the word is, the ends justify the means. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know real shit, you want to know what's really going on, it's like that. Because there's a whole bunch of dudes, man, that's in there that, man, people that forgot. If you ever hear the terminology of lost in the system, you got a bunch of guys in there like that, man. Hey, look, I have to mention them names. You know what I'm saying? I talked to some of them dudes, and a lot of dudes that came out, like my main man, Tiny Brown. You know what I'm saying? Tiny, man, hey, look, man, I love you like a motherfucker, man. OZ, all y'all, man, we was in that bitch. But you got motherfuckers that, man, they might Still being it because I haven't heard nothing about him, like Rico Holiday, Doc Holiday, you know what I'm saying? Names like that, you know what I'm saying? Cupcake, Wakil. You know what I'm saying? These names, man, you know what I'm saying? These names ring in that penitentiary. When people start talking about real niggas and niggas that do this and do that, that's what they talk about. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers out here, they getting the word about how penitentiary is from a standpoint of motherfuckers that just got in there. We're talking about motherfuckers that been in there 40, 50 years, you know what I'm saying, that then put the work in. And they put the work in, and basically what then happen is they can't never go home sporty black. You know what I'm saying? Sporty black, me and sporty black taught me a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the shit he did and the shit that he went through, that man ended up on long-term segregation for life. You know what I'm saying? For shit. So, you had motherfuckers in that motherfucker, man. The list goes on and on and on. And like I said, people get out here in these streets, and I used to listen to that all the time. How dudes used to say, man, nigga came in and out. Because dudes didn't even like niggas for real that kept coming in and out penitentiary. Because it was like, they coming in and out penitentiary, and niggas ain't never had a shot to get out the penitentiary from the beginning. That's why a lot of times motherfuckers are like, man, when a nigga come back penitentiary, they're like, come on, man, you came back, you had a shot out there in the world, you didn't do anything with it. You know what I'm saying? So that type of shit there is what brought me to a lot of shit. I stayed out this joint long enough to see where everything was going, see how shit is, learn shit. You know what I'm saying? Enough to the point where I can say, okay, let me start something. You know what I'm saying? Let me don't let people forget about people. You know what I'm saying? And then let me tell the truth. And like you said, whether it's my truth or it's your truth or anybody else's truth, the reality is it's your truth. You see what I'm saying? Because I think that at this day's time, here it is, 2023 getting ready to be. I think people too focused in on everybody's life and what they doing and how they doing it. That shit don't mean nothing. You understand me? Because you dealing with your life. Ain't nobody else dealing with their life. Everybody keep trying to think like they doing a nigga a favor or it's doing somebody a favor to be telling them this or explaining to them that or bringing this and that bone and that everything to them. All this gossip, all this worrying about this and worrying about that. See, these ain't men things. These ain't women things. Y'all got a whole lot more shit to be worrying about than that. You need to be worrying about the fact you can't pay your rent. You need to be worrying about the fact that a nigga out there dogging you or a woman out there dogging you doing this and doing that. You need to worry about your manhood. You know what I'm saying? You motherfucking getting up at 10, 11 o'clock in the evening because you don't work nowhere or you don't have shit going on. Every day I walk past motherfuckers or basically drive past motherfuckers. Let me put that way. I drive past motherfuckers that been out here their whole entire life. And they got a motherfucking sign up talking about something they hungry. How the fuck you figure you want me to give you something? Nigga, I've been locked up for 28 years. I got out in 2020. I'm driving. I'm working every day. I'm doing what the fuck I supposed to do to get and provide for people I need to provide for. So what's wrong with you? And then you hit a sob story about, but you don't know how hard it is out in the street. How hard is it? How hard is it for you to be able to do what you need to do as a man or as a woman? Tell me that. You looking for a motherfucker for a handout and all that old shit. Motherfucker ain't never gave me shit. I had to do shit for myself. And you need to do shit for yourself. Like I said, had I been out here my whole life, come on, man. So when motherfuckers talk about in terms of motherfuckers coming out, revisicism, whatever the fuck that word is, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, for real. You know what I'm saying? You know, all these words and shit and about this, that, the 30 politics, man. Motherfuckers ain't getting to the main point. You see what I'm saying? The only reason why these different situations are basically motherfucking in tow for a motherfucker to utilize to be able to motherfucking gain off of it or get some money off of it or do what the fuck they doing off of it is because you got a whole bunch of motherfucking weak motherfuckers out here. And that's what I said before. You know what I'm saying? Generations getting weaker. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, we doing in the time that we was doing, the guys I know in penitentiary, we was looking at everything like, okay, well, this is what we got to do. If we get out, we're going to get this shot. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Y'all motherfuckers, basically, people that's out here, you know what I'm saying? It's no way in the world y'all ain't doing what y'all need to do to survive or doing what y'all need to do to maybe live your life. So when you out here, you fucked all up and all that old type shit. I get it. I get it, man. And I'm not even, like I said, once again, this ain't the disrespect. Nobody. I get it. You know, shit get hard, times get hard. But it's no way in the world that a motherfucker, basically, motherfucker, whatever how you want to say it, a person, a man, a woman, can come out of penitentiary after doing a certain amount of time, whatever kind of time, whether it's 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, and do better than a person who haven't had no hiccups in their life. You see what I'm saying? So if anything, that should empower people that's out here to do what they need to do. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter if you have kids, babies, whatever you have, you know what I'm saying? It's the choices you make, you know? It's amazing, man. And you know what I'm saying? It's amazing. And then it's like, what be going on? You know? You spend more time partying than you do trying to get your stuff together. So I'm saying it's always time to have fun. But you got to make sure you alright first. You know, I tripped off. I came out this joint, man. Started working. I used to work a hotel, man. I worked a hotel, man. I watched girls come up in there and everything. Car beat up. They got a spare tire in the car and all that, but you dress fly as hell, though. Don't get me wrong. They dress fly as hell, but you don't take care of what you need to take care of. That's your means of transportation. You need to take care of it. You don't care about transportation. All you care about, okay, get me from A to Z. Then when it break down, motherfucker that's fucking with you, he ain't helping you get that together. I'm saying, man, y'all, hey, you just don't know, man. You gotta take care of everything, man. And like I said, man, it just reminds me of a situation that I've been through when I was in there, man. It's like I used to watch that shit all the time. I used to watch dudes, man. They had people that man, they been sending them money all the time, but they rather get high, send it to the dope bag and shit like that. You paying prices, man. That's 15 times what the street level is with less shit. You can't even eat a soup. And I'm looking at you like, man, every day I see you getting mail. Every weekend I see you go to the visit room. But yet, you can't afford a soup. You coming to me asking me for a soup. You coming to me asking me for this. You know, so I ran store boxes, you know what I'm saying? You know, for people who don't know what a store box is, basically, you know what I'm saying? I had items in my cell. People came and got them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes 1 for 1. A lot of times 3 for 5, 2 for 3, whatever like that. So I'm like, I ran across everybody in the prisons when I was around them. Every type of lifestyle, everything. I dealt with them all because that's where the money at, you know? And so I used to look at them like, I said, man, you got all this money. And then, like, say, the week that we go to the store, the week that they come to the store, you bring me back $200-300 off of something that really won't but $100 worth of food. And all this is because you can't control or you can't deal with managing your money, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? People want to talking about they telling the truth, talking about they saying shit. You ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? The violence in prison, the all the different shit, the people, you know what I'm saying? The COs, how they act and dudes doing this and doing that. You had a whole bunch of people doing all that, but what that mean? You know what I'm saying? It's opportunity, man. People out here, man, don't have nothing. So it's easy to manipulate them into doing whatever. You get the broad ain't got nothing. She got 2-3 kids working a job. How you can't fuck with the broad? How you can't pull the broad in the joint if you already know she don't have nothing and she working from check to check and all you gotta do is throw her a couple $100. You know it's gonna be that. It's that's the way it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So you had a whole lot of dudes do a whole lot of foul shit behind that shit. They get to liking the broad. They ready to fuck you up behind a police broad and shit like that. It was like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You had dudes, they were scared to go to jail. They'll tell her everything they need to tell to keep from going to jail. You already locked up, but you don't want to go inside a jail inside of a jail. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, man, you know? And then you had dudes just were straight warriors, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of motherfuckers, man, I'm be honest with you, then they want straight warriors, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, me, I had a partner, man, named Loco, man, you know. I want to tell you the story about that too. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to tell y'all. Man, I didn't even know him, right? You know what I'm saying? I met him. We was in a hole and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was on Nottaway. We was in a hole. And at the time, I had a knee surgery because I used to play basketball and all that stuff, and I had messed my knee up, ACL, MCL injury, whatever. So I had a leg work, like, brace on, all that. So we out in the joint, you know what I'm saying? Because at the time I got in trouble behind some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting out here, right? So dudes out there in the rec cages, you know what I'm saying? See, a lot of motherfuckers don't understand that. Them rec cages, man, dudes was peeling them fences, taking the bottom of the fence and peeling them and fighting each other or whatever like that. But anyway, make a long story short, the people came. It was some dudes in there, they was fighting behind something and everything in the joint because they peeled the fence, was fighting each other. So I watched how they was dealing with them. They was jive dogging them, dragging them, you know what I'm saying, putting their face all in the dirt, mud, and everything. Because, like you said, they fought. And when the police came, it's like they jive gave up, and they allowed the police to do whatever they did, as far as whatever. So me and dude, we sitting right beside each other in the joint, and we was like, man, that shit crazy how them police doing, you know what I'm saying, them dudes. At the time, I probably was like 23, 24, man. Me and him looked at each other, made a decision. We peeled our fences, came out that joint. So when we come out that joint like that, we sitting there and everybody looking at us like, how y'all get out the rec cage or whatever. But we out the rec cage. So the police come around and say, y'all two, they call us by our last names and shit. They was like, y'all two get back in y'all cage and all that. So we stood back to back to each other. Now mind you, my knee messed up. You know what I'm saying? We stood back to back. Now we told the people, nah, we want some rec. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And for y'all don't know what rec is, I mean, we trying to fight, man. We ain't trying to hear that shit. Fuck y'all. We trying to see where y'all at. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did, man. We fought them police for an hour, man. Shut the compound down. You see what I'm saying? Those are type stories. That's what shit. We shut the compound down. Just two men. Two men, man. Fought them people. They bent us all up or whatever they did, right? But I'm just saying, that's warrior shit. You want to talk about warrior shit? I got plenty of that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all faking. You know what I'm saying? You in a situation where you already lost. Because it's more police than just us two. But yet we still went out there and did warrior shit. And that's my point of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? When people start talking about this prison shit, when people start talking about what a motherfucker done in this prison shit, and how they carry it, and all of those type damn shit, give me a story like that. You know what I'm saying? But give me a story like I have plenty of them shits. And on top of that, I know brothers who done did plenty of that type shit. But you know what I'm saying? For the first thing people used to say then, oh man, you crazy, something wrong with you, y'all fool. Why y'all do that dumb ass shit? You do that dumb ass shit because you're gonna respect me as a man. The whole point of why we did it for is because you sat there and you dogged them dudes. You beat them dudes up. Now we gonna see where you really at. You see what I'm saying? Now, these days and times, people can't think like that. So what happens when, a person does whatever they does out here, and then people that don't have anything to do with it, because we didn't have nothing to do with that. People that don't have anything to do with it say, guess what, man? You did that shit to them kids. You did that shit to them people in the joint. You killed them people for no reason. Let's see where you can kill me. Come at me with that. You see what I'm saying? That is what I'm talking about. We talking about reality-based shit. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff, that's why I never really wanted to talk about that shit. Because I don't think people really get the whole difference of the barbaric shit that can happen. You know what I'm saying? Because people ain't making those type of decisions. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Really don't nobody want to hear that type stuff, so they stray away from it. So you might lose your little funding. You might lose a little people because everybody looking at it like, oh my God, what kind of person this is? But if you want reality, man, and if you want to see what the truth is, then that's part of the truth. That's why motherfuckers don't speak on motherfuckers, because they know what time it is. They know that you speaking on a motherfucker in any kind of way will cost you your life. And that's what I'm saying, people out here, man, just talk. They just talk, and they don't think about their life being cost. They don't think about what can happen to them after. You don't need to keep running your mouth. Live your life and enjoy it while you can, And that's real truth, man. Like I said, I don't mean to sound, all like that. I'm not saying, I'm not saying I'm all that. I'm not saying all that. I'm just saying you learn to respect each other. And I respected everybody, even the motherfucker that wouldn't even motherfucking nobody respect. I respected them because you never know when that day come. that they get tired of being disrespected, and then they make they move, and that's the what it is, man. And that's how I came up. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be mindful, man, of how y'all treat people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be mindful out here, you know what I'm saying, that y'all respect people until they disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? That shit about trusting people, you trust a person to be who they are. You see what I'm saying? Then they never fool you because I know you who you are, so I trust you to be that. I don't just trust you. You know what I'm saying? As long as them people are being who they need to be to you, then it's all that matters. Whatever else they done, however else they live their life, that's on them, man. Because you ain't got to eat what they got them motherfucker put out there. You ain't got to shit what they shit out. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are, man. And that's the blessing of being an individual in life, man. When you start worrying about everybody else and putting your mind on everybody else and everybody else's business, that's when it all becomes a problem. And then you know that this translates for everything I just told y'all, from the prison to out here. Because don't nobody who doing anything with their life got time to be worrying about no gossip and no bullshit the motherfucker talking about. Because their life is too invaluable. It's too much time. We don't have enough time. By the time you go to sleep, man, you waking back up in the morning and going to work and doing whatever you're doing. If you got time to entertain gossip, if you got time to entertain what a motherfucker talking about, you ain't doing nothing with your life, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth, man. I ain't got time to entertain no gossip. I ain't got time to be worrying about what a motherfucker doing. I ain't got time to be trying to figure out, you know, what this man over here got going on, whatever like that. All I got time for is me and what I'm trying to do. Me and my family, that's it, man. And that's how y'all should carry it out, this motherfucker. Do you want some self-help? That's the self-help. Pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to your family. You know what I'm saying? Then when you need all these programs out here, you wouldn't have no kids, your kids wouldn't be fucked up because you be paying attention to them. You know, you worrying about all this shit these motherfuckers doing out here. These motherfuckers crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? And they basically are winning because you paying attention to what they doing. The same shit with the hate. The same shit with the shit about hate. Everybody talk, oh, they hating. Man, look, like I said, man, motherfucker keep talking about you, you stay relevant. Once a motherfucker stop talking about it, they kill you. Why you think Bob Marley, Malcolm X, Tupac, all that, everybody know about them motherfuckers because everybody talk about them. Once they stop talking about them, they dead. You know what I'm saying? I asked a motherfucker when the Emmett Till movie came out, you know who Emmett Till? They say, nah, ain't nobody talking about Emmett Till. But they doing the same shit, whistling at white girls and everything. They don't even know the history. Motherfucker goddamn killed a motherfucker for whistling at a white woman 50 years, 60 years ago. You see what I'm saying? So they don't do the knowledge or nothing. You know? So, with that being said, man, you know, like and subscribe to this video if this is what you about, man. You know what I'm saying? This John, you know what I'm saying? My narrative is this, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all take care of each other and love each other, man. And remember, once again, hashtag recognize me.